The UC Davis Children's Hospital is committed to ensuring the well-being of children, and so is Sac Republic FC. Desiree Shepard chatted with some Sac Republic players about how they are contributing to the community with a special program.
Kevin, tell us about the Cleats for Causes program that the Sacramento Republic FC is piloting this season.
Yeah, so super excited to do this season. Some people have probably already seen this for a couple games, but we're basically taking players' cleats for specific theme nights and kind of just using local artists to tell a cool story. It could be tied to a nonprofit, it could be tied to a special family, as Ray can allude to in a little bit, or it could just be about a New Jersey release that we did back in June. Again, working with some local artists at the end of the season, auctioning them off to raise some more charitable funds for some nonprofits here in Sacramento. But really, it's about telling a cool story, connecting with our players, and connecting with our fans in a meaningful way.
I mean, that's awesome to hear Sacramento Republic FC's involvement with that. And Ray, you kind of have a personal attachment too as to why you wanted to get involved with the program. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed getting involved with UC Davis Health and UC Davis Children's. I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 15, so I've been that kid that needed a little bit of hope or a little bit of happiness in a time of, in a challenging time in my life, and so I'm glad that I'm at a club that seeks to lend that happiness to maybe somebody who's just having a tough time, and the family that we get to work with in September is one of those families.
Yeah, and I mean, you said you were diagnosed with cancer at age 15. Being so young, how were you able to kind of power through that and kind of just seeing like the positive aspect in life and keep going?
Yeah, I mean, I think I had a great support system, and I think that's what we are attempting to give Gianna and Kevin and their family.
Tell us more. So you mentioned Gianna and Kevin. Tell us more about them.
Gianna and Kevin, we got to meet them a while back when we started our design process. They went through, Kevin had a neurological disease and so did Gianna, and it was something, that you can't control these sort of things, they just happen. But both of them are very great people. Gianna was very shy when we met her in the design process, but she started to get going.
Yeah.
We started asking, oh, well, what are the things you like to do, or what is this, like this is your boot, like you get to make this whatever you want it, want it to be. So we're excited to get to do this for her and her family.
I love that. I mean, the fact that these cleats are designed by local artists. And Kevin, you brought some here today, so tell us a little bit more about what we're looking at.
Yeah, so when we first started, we looked at a couple theme nights that meant a lot to us. The first one was Pride Night back at the end of June, but one came before that where we launched our new city kit in June 1st, where it was really all about Sacramento. And the easiest way for us to talk about Sacramento is by working with a local artist to kind of show some things off. So we ended up making a pair with our former goalkeeper, Josh Cohen, and doing some cool elements that are very Sacramentan. There's elements of the river, there's elements of the California Bear, there's the Tower Bridge, of course. Couldn't leave it without that.
Can't leave that out.
Of course not. So, once we kind of put those on his feed, I had players just text me about how do I get my cleats to be like that. And Ray was one of those players, so we wanted to link up with him immediately. And we had a really cool opportunity with UC Davis Children's Hospital to really kind of work with a special family and help them design. They basically co-designed a pair together. So a really cool opportunity for them that we can't wait for that to come out in the coming months. Ray's going to wear it on the September 7th match versus the Tacoma Defiance. So it'll be really a cool thing to look out for. And we can't wait to kind of unveil it to the family because, again, they work through some things of, what really made you look forward to when you're in the hospital. Like, there's not many things, right? So we'll have some elements of that on the cleat that they designed together. The other one that we have on the table, one of our players, Sam Warner, wore it for that Pride Night that I talked about just a minute ago, where there's some really cool elements of the original Pride flag. There's Gilbert Baker, who created the Pride flag as well. He wore it in June. Can't wait to auction that off later this season for the LGBT Center here in Sacramento. It's the least we can do. And then working with a local artist to design something like this, again, it's the least we can do. So, really excited to work with some theme nights and partner that up with some local artists like you mentioned.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And then why do you guys think it's important that our viewers or the people at home just make a point to get involved with Mediathon?
Yeah, I mean, Sacramento, it's such a philanthropic city. There's a lot of really special things about this city, but that's probably one of them. And giving back is so key, especially when you can do it to UC Davis Children's Hospital. There's so many cool opportunities. And again, it's just a great thing that Sacramento is so philanthropic that this is just a time just to do it, you know, whether you want to lend a helping hand, but this is when you can immediately do it with some dollars too.
Yeah. And so where can our viewers go for more information about the Cleats for Causes program to kind of get involved?
Yeah, so once we announce and kind of show Ray's design, and once it's fully unveiled to the family, because that's going to be a pretty special moment, we'll post it online with kind of a landing page where viewers can see these cleats kind of laid out. They can also see which organizations that the charitable money will go towards, which will be, you know, and we'll have the option to auction them off at the end of the season too. So more coming soon.
Okay, exciting. So like Kevin kind of said, the cleats that we're looking at now, we're not looking at the new ones that are going to be revealed, but shortly. So stick around, stay tuned. Thank you guys so much.
You bet.
Of course,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.